Alright, have you all seen the video where Rosie O'Donnell ridiculed Diddy and said she thought he would end up in jail as TLC let out a hilarious laugh? Girl, Chilli was laughing the hardest of all.
My joke I have? Ready? This is good. See if you like it. A lot of multiple Grammy nominees this year. Lauryn Hill's got 4, TLC's got 8, and Sean Combs 5 to 10. Get it? Like he's going to jail? Right. All right. I was going to say this. I was going to go, look. Look, I was going to go. I don't mean to be mean because, I mean, he's a nice guy and he can really sing. Oops!
The joke didn't age well, for sure. But it also raises the question of what TLC viewers actually saw when Usher and Diddy were in business together. Especially Chilli, who was Usher's girlfriend. What was it that she actually saw? Child, the rumours about what Chilli supposedly saw have been making the streets talk, and they have a lot to say. Imagine Usher and Chilli having pillow talks late at night while they were together, for example.
EVJ, the Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a certain feeling, and I felt a certain way when Usher got on Shay Shay, and I don't mean to mention other people's platforms, but he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business, right? I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital.
Before I continue, let me clarify that I am simply reporting what has been discussed prior to you coming to me regarding some of the issues that may arise. I am aware that there hasn't been any concrete evidence connecting Usher to this crazy Diddy business up to this point, just an enormous amount of conjecture. However, the word on the street is that we ought to investigate Chilli a bit more for specifics, and I'll explain why. Thus, Usher and Chilli first crossed paths when Usher joined LaFace Records, the same label as Chilli. Naturally, it is well known that Usher was assigned to Diddy for mentoring. At the age of 14, he relocated to New York to live with Diddy, which meant he had to go through the Puffy Taste camp. After a while, Usher also began dating Chilli. During their time together, Chilli made appearances in several of Usher's music videos, including Remind Maine and You Got It Bad. People have now been wondering if Chilli saw some of the things Usher claimed to have seen while living and working with Diddy, or if Usher had told her about the bell.
Moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to
City.
something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I
Come
mean,
on.
but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle,
Right.
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
Well, Chilli and Usher made the decision to split after 3 years of dating. And the majority of the tea is found here. When Chilli claimed on the Birch Show on Atlanta Q1 Esplom, 2004 that Usher had done the ultimate no-no, and that she would never take him back, she implied that infidelity had a part in their split.
It's the ultimate no-no. You don't do that, and he did that, and I'll never take him back, so it's a done deal. He killed it. He did. He really did.
Chilli added that you don't hang around to find out whether someone will cheat again once they have cheated once, basically accusing Usher of being unfaithful to her. Furthermore, Chilli mentioned hearing suspicions of adultery during an H1's Behind the Music episode, which she shared with Usher, who even acknowledged it. He acknowledged it, she said. You know, I simply felt foolish. I had the impression that everyone knew something, and I was only learning about it now. Even in 2013, Chilli continued to discuss her hurt, telling Us Weekly that I had to make a move when the time came in any relationship, including my connection with Usher. No matter how much my heart ached, there are moments when relationships are meant to be temporary and you shouldn't constantly be with them for life. I will always adore him forever because he was my first true love as an adult, even if you want things to turn out that way. However, we are really, really cool. Nothing like that, no bitter feelings. Everything is well. In this interview, Chilli added that Usher had never cheated on her, which plainly went against everything she had said earlier. There have been rumors circulating that Usher's infidelity to Chilli caused the breakup, but with everything that has previously been revealed about Usher and Diddy, some are starting to question whether the breakup had anything to do with Diddy. In fact, a few people have told us that they've heard Chilli's departure from Usher was partly caused by an STD that he gave her. You know, the one he said Diddy gave him. Guys, these are not my words. All I'm doing is reporting what his already said. We've previously seen tales that say there is a tape of Usher and Diddy together, and that when Usher's mother discovered what was going on, she confronted Diddy about reportedly having an intimate relationship with Usher and giving him an STD. It was also corroborated by Gene Deal, who was evidently close to both Usher and Diddy, that there was a circumstance that led to Usher being admitted to the hospital. Regarding Gene, Usher didn't have the right to extol Diddy's praises at the Club Shay Shay interview because they both know what Diddy did to him. And don't ask me why, since I also don't know. Gene claimed to have seen all he claimed to have seen and kept quiet.
Now I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that you gonna give him a pass? Bruh, you know.
Another interesting fact concerning Diddy and Usher is that Kim Porter is said to have discovered video of Diddy and Andre Harrell when she was looking through security footage from Uptown Records. When Kim was browsing through the tapes, she obviously did not anticipate finding footage of Diddy and Andre, but she did, and she preserved the material. According to rumors, Kim supposedly obtained video footage of Diddy and Andre in addition to film of Diddy allegedly abusing Usher. According to some, Usher's relationship with Diddy led to the development of an addiction, which is why he was repeatedly cheating on Chilli. According to certain studies, there is a link between early life SA experiences and the subsequent hypersexualization of those individuals, and some are speculating that Usher's incident with Chilli may have been similarly bucked to this, given that they were still in communication a few years ago. Usher is undoubtedly hoping the door is still open. In fact, it appears like Chilli was the one who fled. This likely also explains Usher's incessant chatter about Chilli. As recently as February 2024, Usher shared his honest thoughts on his relationship with Chilli with People magazine, saying, "If I'm being really honest, I was her biggest fan and she was my hero. I pinned her poster on my wall when I was 8 years old and thought, man, that girl is so beautiful. One day I'm going to meet her. I was a young man," he continued, "and she had very specific rules that didn't work for me. We were missing each other. I really did want to have a different type of relationship where she was there with me, and she was me." He also made a suggestion that their breakup may have been caused by distance. She didn't think I was genuinely as much in love with her as I was. Usher claims that just before their split, he even made a marriage proposal to Chilli, revealing that he had always wanted to wed her. "She declined my proposal when I made one. After that, I experienced a lot of pain and didn't want to open up or trust women. After the breakup, we were still cool, but I was really cautious about it. I didn't want to play with you since I genuinely did love that girl. I mean, I can't offer it to you like I did. I believe that I fulfilled all of your expectations, yet apparently my efforts fell short. However, allow me to share with you a fascinating detail regarding this interview. As you can see, Keke Palmer's mother revealed that Usher was gay around the time this interview took place.
Motherfuckers don't know who you dealing with.
Y'all have no idea who you stepped up and play with, but it's all good.
I tried to be nice to you.
Yeah.
I tried to be nice because I thought you had some mental problems.
Nope.
So I tried to be nice. But you gonna talk about my daughter? You gonna harass my daughter? You gonna talk about Usher? Usher is gay.
Armand Williams.
Family don't even understand the business. Usher is gay, guys.
I'm with
Told her to put some clothes on.
Gay.
Told her to put some clothes on.
Give me into Usher. You
Told
stupid motherfucker.
her to put some clothes on.
You are stupid.
Told her to put some clothes
By bringing up the narrative about proposing to Chilli, Usher was allegedly attempting to sidestep the truth about what Chilli and everyone else know. Furthermore, there are rumors that Chilli may have witnessed all of the waged abuse that Diddy was inflicting on Usher.
Brother right here from day one, we used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like just back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes, you know what I'm saying, before pause was invented, you know what I'm saying, but it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the frosted flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world.
But not to be overlooked is the fact that one of the individuals who may have been included in the case that Little Rod brought against Diddy is Usher. The lawsuit describes how, with the intention of handing him off to others, Floyd expressly coached and taught Cuba Gooding Jr. In fact, Lil Rod claimed that in January 2023, while on a yacht, he was introduced to Cuba, who then tried to shove him away by force. He added that Stevie J's constant absence was by Diddy's adored adoration for the musician. Furthermore, he said that Diddy had shown him video that allegedly showed Stevie J having sex with a white man. Lil Rod then claimed that Diddy had told him he had slept with 2 other famous people. One of them was mentioned in the footnote as a Philadelphia rapper who had dated Nicki Minaj, while the other is supposed to have performed at the Super Bowl and had a lucrative Vegas residency. Both of their names have been redacted. He had to have been talking about Usher, after all. In fact, Dawn Richards says that Usher, Ne-Yo, and Jimmy Iovine saw him allegedly pee Cassie in another case that mentions Usher. According to her lawsuit, Mr. Combs met frequently with Jimmy Iovine, the producer and then CEO of Interscope Records, in the weeks and months preceding the Bad Boy Interscope merger. Ms. Richard and Ms. Harper had to go to a dinner thrown by Combs at a restaurant in West Hollywood, California. On one such occasion, Mr. Iovine and superstars like Usher and Ne-Yo were present at the meal. Mr. Combs and Ms. Ventura got into a fight at the meal. Mr. Combs gave Ms. Ventura a violent kick to the stomach, forcing her to double over in obvious discomfort and start wailing in front of the dinner guests. Mr. Combs stayed behind and carried on chatting with the diners while Ms. Clark led Ms. Ventura out of the establishment. People are claiming that Chilli couldn't have seen some of the things that were going on, or that Usher never told her anything, despite the fact that Chilli dated Usher and said that they were actually still very close until 2019. Indeed, I've seen several folks assert that Chilli has been discussing some extremely delicate topics behind closed doors, as though she's disclosing what she's seen and the reasons behind her avoidance of Diddy. Once more, reports suggest that Chilli has been informing those close to her that the events involving Diddy and Usher might have had a cascading effect on her relationship with Usher.
I was so mesmerized, I don't even know what you're talking about. I was just so blown away by the stamina, the connection, being able to be connected that along so much. Yeah, like so much all those dance numbers and all that. Take your time with it. Breathe it in. Yeah, they yours when you go see the group. You ain't for nobody else but you. You take your time, boy. I see you. Fly ass fucking doing baby. You were in the kitchen eating all my cereal. Man, you doing Vegas in a pink suit. God is the greatest.
Speaking of Usher, his tweets abruptly stopped a few days after Diddy was taken into custody, alongside Diddy. He then claimed that his account had been hacked, but many didn't believe that the hacker had only removed his tweets. Given that there have been rumors that the federal government is investigating everyone who has ever been connected to Diddy, it is possible that Diddy is involved. Anyway, what are your thoughts, guys? Could Chilli be more knowledgeable about the purported incident involving Usher and Diddy? Do you believe that Diddy had some role in the breakdown of their relationship? Relationship didn't work out. Please share your thoughts in the comments area. Please share your thoughts with me in the space provided for comments below.